In this video, I will show you how to use Autocoder, Autocoder Beginner's Tutorial. Autocoder delivers on one of the most advanced and comprehensive experiences in AI-powered software development to date. What sets it apart is the ability to generate full-stack application code that is not just syntactically correct, but executionally ready. It leverages an innovative training method that goes beyond the standard approach of language models, fine-tuning and using feedback loops that stimulate multi-turn developer conversations and validate outputs by actually running the code. This dramatically increases the reliability of the generated solutions. In practical use, Autocoder can handle tasks such as creating back-end endpoints, setting up databases, generating front-end layouts, all from a single user prompt. This end-to-end coverage offers immersive time saving for developers working on MVPs, internal tools or rapid prototyping, as it replaces several steps of the traditional dev workflow with a single conversational exchange. Additionally, Autocoder includes smart tooling like automatic package installation and dependency, which makes the development experience more fluid and eliminates many of the setup headaches common with traditional coding. Its local run capabilities and open source availability make it attractive for developers who value customizability, transparency, and control over their privacy. Unlike more commercial tools, Autocoder can be run on premises or in private cloud environments, which is a major advantage for enterprises or security-conscious teams. Its benchmark results place in the top of its field, meaning that core logic generation and solving standardized coding challenges, it performs at or above the level of popular alternatives, such as ChatGPT-4, for users with technical know-how and the proper resources. Autocoder represents a leap in productivity and autonomy. Despite its strengths, Autocoder is not perfect, and does come with some notable trade-offs. First and foremost, while it excels at generating runnable code, it still suffers from limitations of large language models when dealing with ambiguous prompts or neat edging cases. If user's input lack clarity or contain conflicting logic, Autocoder may either fail silently or produce particularly functional code that requires significant debugging. This can lead to huge frustration, especially if the user is relying on the tool to handle highly specialized tasks or undocumented API calls. The reliance on strong prompting skills remain critical. Less experienced users may struggle to guide the AI towards optimal results without some trial and error. Moreover, the infrastructure requires a large run model variant, such as 33 billion parameter versions, is significant. Developers without access to high-end GPUs or suffer RAM may find local usage impractical unless they're using cloud hosting or smaller model variants. This might sacrifice some performance. While the open source nature allows freedom, it also means that Autocoder lacks its polished user support, generations and guided onboarding experience for more commercial alternatives. New users feel sometimes overwhelmed without clear documentation and managing multi-model setups. Also, additional tooling like LangChain or vector databases can create a steep learning curve for many different users. This technical barrier may deter some users from looking for a plug-and-play experience. Pricing. Autocoder's open source status is one of the most appealing aspects, particularly for developers and organizations looking to reduce SaaS costs and avoid vendor lock-ins. There is no traditional subscription pricing attached to it, which gives the user a great deal of freedom in how they integrate the tool into their development workflow. Instead of primary costs coming from infrastructure, users must account for the computing power required to run the model, especially at large-scale development or continuous use. Cloud-based deployment may incur computing and storage costs, while running it locally may demand powerful GPUs and multi-node clusters, depending on your version used. Autocoder shines in situations where demand of rapid application scaffolding or logic automation is effective. It's highly efficient at generating API endpoints, database schemes, or front-end components and utility functions based on natural language prompts or written specifications. This makes it a valuable asset for startups building MVPs, enterprise automated repetitive internal tools, and educational institutions using it to train tools. It also can be used to experiment with different architectures quickly, allowing teams to test and iterate on ideas faster than many traditional development pipelines would permit. Its ability to generate production-level code with minimal input makes it a compelling alternative to human-only development in certain contexts, which for resource-constrained teams or solo developers can be a huge benefit. Ease of use. The usability of Autocoder is a mix of strengths and caveats. On one hand, it provides surprisingly natural and human-like interfaces for coding through dialogue. Developers describe the app features or user story plane, and the model will run structured code that implements those requirements. This lowers the barrier of entry for non-experts or coding professionals, such as product managers who want to prototype ideas without engineering support. The conversational interaction allows users to stay in the flow without switching between tools and quality of the response to enable direct copy and paste development after light validation. On another hand, setting up Autocoder is not as simple as logging into the web app running on the tool. Actually, it requires technical setup, including installation dependencies, configuring models, and potentially integrating with third-party libraries and development environments. Despite these hurdles, once set up, the day-to-day interaction is smooth and productivity is large, particularly for developers accustomed to managing open-source tools. Competitors. Autocoder faces stiff competition in the crowded space of AI coding generational tools. GitHub Copilot is perhaps the most recognizable name in the category, offering deep integration with Visual Studio Code, JetBrains IDE, and backed with powerful codex models. Copilot excels in suggestions, auto-compilations, and real-time debugging support, which makes it a go-to tool for developers looking for assistance directly with their workflow. However, Copilot does not offer full-stack scaffolding or app generation, which is where Autocoder provides a unique value. Autocoder's ability to generate back-end logic, front-end views, and even suggest file structure gives it a broader capability for greenfielder projects. Overall, Autocoder is a powerful and ambitious tool that pushes the boundaries of what AI can do in the realms of software development. By combining highly benchmarkable platform performance with educational verified outputs and minimal turning series, it creates an experience that feels less like a coding autocomplete tool, but more of a true collaboration development partner. It has the potential to reduce the time needed to create working applications from days to hours, offering tangible benefits for productivity and innovation. Its open source framework ensures that it remains accessible and flexible and even adaptable to a wide range of development needs, particularly for tech-savvy users with teams with infrastructure control. That said, Autocoder's greatest strength lies in its technical depth, also creates a barrier for entry. It's not a customer-facing product or a commercial SaaS solution or SaaS solution with hand-holding. It's a developer tool made for those willing to invest a bit of time in setup in exchange for unparalleled coding automation. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.